This past week, many of us in our country did our civic duty and went to the polls to vote. And having the right to vote for our country's leadership and issues is something lots of us feel passionate about, judging by the number of selfies on social media with the I voted stickers on display. Now, if civic duty and your love for this nation is something that's important to you, here's another thing you can do to support your country. Make your health a top priority in your life. Make living a healthy lifestyle the utmost importance. Now, there are many reasons why living healthfully is important. Some are obvious, like losing excess body fat means we'll most likely live longer. Eating nutritious foods and eliminating garbage foods in our diet will give us more energy and vitality. But here's another, maybe less obvious reason for taking care of ourselves. It benefits our country. I was reading this past election Tuesday on some website that all of the exit polls taken, the majority of people cited healthcare as the #1 issue facing our country today. And most of us have firsthand experience with our current healthcare system to know that it's a complete mess. We spend more money on medical costs than any country in the world. Currently, the majority of our national spending, 23%, goes to healthcare costs. And by the year 2040, that percentage will rise to 100%, which means all tax dollars will go towards subsidizing healthcare costs and none dollars for anything else like education or roads or infrastructure or the military. And this is exactly why the Department of Defense has publicly stated that the #1 threat to the armed forces is our healthcare crisis. Not Iran or the Middle East, not North Korea, not the threat of nuclear war. Healthcare. You would think that kind of investment in our system would result in a population full of fit and healthy people, but sadly the inverse is true. Currently, 45% of our nation is overweight and obese. 1/3 of Americans currently have diabetes or pre-diabetes. Now, the average cost to treat a patient with type 2 diabetes is $14,000 a year. So think about that for a second. If someone has type 2 diabetes and lives for another 35 years, that comes out to over $500,000 in health-related expenditures. And now multiply that number by the 100 million or so Americans, and you've got a number in the trillions that I can't even begin to wrap my mind around. Folks, it's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to realize that we are in huge trouble. So this video is just a call to immediate action. It's time for us to get serious about our health, not only for ourselves, not only for our families, not only for those people around us that we long to reach out to with love, but let's do it for the overall health and vitality of our nation. Making your health a top priority is perhaps the most patriotic thing you can do.